Welcome back everyone, I'm Kplays Games, this is Diablo 2 and we're back for the very final time with our Barbarian character, well with the sword and shield and warcry Barbarian at least, on Nightmare difficulty. I had filmed a whole load of farming runs, but unfortunately all that footage got corrupted, which is a little bit annoying. So we're just going to do one very quick run through the cow level. I did manage to get some still images of all the loot I found on my various farming runs. So after we've done this cows run, we'll very quickly go through everything else. So we'll just take a quick look at our character sheet. We do have a different fit from what you will have seen in the previous video when we finished Nightmare mode. The important things to look at here is that the current loadout I have has 227% better chance of getting magic items and all other kinds of absolute godlike nonsense. We go quickly through the fit. You'll see you've got these gloves which have got magic find, and a rhyme shield which has got magic find, and this helm which has got magic find, that's got magic find, that's got magic find, that's got magic find, that's got magic find. I think the only things that don't have magic find are the boots and the sword, and that's why we've got 227. Apparently I've got a 4-socket tusk sword here. Let's just put that away. Yes, the inventory is larger, but you'll see why that happened when I go through the Paladin playthrough. I have recorded a Paladin playthrough. We found so much stuff that I had to actually install a mod just to give me more tabs, more shared tabs and more space in each tab to store all the things. But anyway, let's zoom back out and go and get the key to the cow level, which of course is in the stony field. Because you have to go into Tristram to get Wirt's leg. I'm not going to kill too much. I'm just going to try and find the circle of stones. Well, finally, here it is. Let's increase our skills. Yeah, we're still pretty good at killing things. We're not going to kill everything here, we're just going to grab the leg and go. Right, got the leg, let's get out of here. You'll notice that all the items have numbers next to them now. That is the item level, that is another mod that I downloaded. Just to make life a little bit easier when it comes to socketing things. Because we know that the level of the item is equal to the level of the monster that dropped it, and the level of the monster is kind of dependent on the area level, and that's like a hidden thing. As we see, some of these, like things like the bosses and champions are level 42 here, and the normal monsters are level 39 apparently. So that's why you sometimes get differences in your socketings. Like, see, these champion skeletons must have been level 41 because all the items they dropped were level 41. Looks like the normal guys, the little demon dudes, are only level 39 and the bosses are level 42. So say you had a war axe which was, or a scale mail which was level 39 from one monster here, and you were trying to get the maximum sockets. Maybe the maximum sockets for level 39 would only be 3 and you wanted 4, but if you got a level 42 maybe that would have 4, but they drop from the same area. So as I've been saying all the way through all these playthroughs, it's difficult to tell what level each item is unless you have a mod like I have. Anyway, we've got what we need, so let's get back to town. Buy a Tome of Time portal from Arcanna. Thank you, Arcanna. Put the leg and the tome in the hereditary cube, transmute it, boom, cow level. Let's recharge all our skills. Everything in here will be level 64. And I do mean everything. Because pretty much all the cows in here will be the same level, and that level will be 64. As you can tell, they're not very challenging. And our companions got stuck because, of course he has, because companions are the worst. Here he comes. one of these is a boss. I'm seeing minion. I'm not seeing the boss. There he is, extra strong spectral hit. Well, I do still have crushing blow, which is why his health is just disappearing. Yeah, even see, the boss has dropped stuff at level 67, everything else is 64. Here's this is a level 64 area, and bosses can be up to 3 levels higher. So that's why that happened. I'm going to pick up some mana potions, because we're running out of mana an awful lot, and I'd rather not do that. I'm going to put mana on number 4. Just shout them all down. Easy peasy.
Nope. Nope.
As you can tell, ooh, Lumrune. Savage helmet.
No.
Very nice. The shout is working great, it's just killing everything, even the cows. But then this is at the end of 18 farming runs, and we are now level 72. I think last time you saw me we were level 67, I think.
No.
So we leveled up 5 times during my farming runs. Right, getting close to the Cow King. Here he is. Oh, and a whole lot of other stuff as well. Let's just back away a little bit. Nailed it. Set bone helm, that'll do nicely. Right, we'll just kill this one cow, then we'll leave. Right, back to town. Didn't find too much that time, but we'll see what we've got.
Good evening.
We've got his Tancred skull and a large charm of greed. Just extra gold for monsters, absolute garbage. It gets sold. Probably got Tancred's helm. I'm assuming there it is right there. Defense 35, new one's defense 36. Alright, new one's better than the old one, so that gets replaced. Easy peasy.
Good to see you.
Yeah, we've maxed out on money. We've got 2.5 million money. So we cannot deposit any more money in our personal stash because it's absolutely full. We've got lots of stuff. We've got a second tusk sword, just in case we want to do a 4-socket thing. So we found Tancred's helm, another Lumrune. Looks like I've got 4 Lumrunes now, and a 3-socket helm with +2 to natural resistance, which may come in handy. I mean, that's the one we've been wearing all the way through. I did eventually find a tier rune, as you can imagine, doing 18 runs of all the major dungeons in the game. I did indeed find one more tier rune, so that helmet, as well as all the other bonuses, now gets +4 to mana after each kill, which is going to come in very handy. As you see, we keep running out of mana, because we're using our Warcry all the time. But in helm mode, natural resistances is going to be the thing, because you lose a lot more resist. And there are a plethora of 3-socket rune words for helmets, so we'll hang on to that and maybe play around with that if we ever do hell. This guy's got like 1 million soul runes as well. So that's the end of the action part of this episode. Let's move into show and tell mode, shall we? And this is the show and tell portion of the episode. This is all the things I found. Now, because we do have 227 odd magic find, I found a hell of a lot of stuff. First thing we found, Berserker's Heart Chest. It's a really low level item. We've found the full Berserker set 1 million times. It's not very good. Then we found Ickerstein crossbow, fast attack speed, piercing attack, which means your bolts go straight through one enemy and hit the next enemy, which is nice. 30 poison damage over 3 seconds. Not bad for level 18. Then, oh look, there's our old friend, Berserker's hit again. And then Angelic Halo, Blood Thief, which is a nice brandy stock. At level 17, steals 12% life per hit, 35% chance of doing open wounds, plus 10 to strength, plus lots to life as well. Not bad for level 17. Then, oh look, this is the one we literally just found about 5 minutes ago, Tancred's Skull. Then we found Skull Splitter, the military axe. Adds 1 to 15 lightning damage, 15% chance of open wounds, hit blinds target. Not bad. For mind you, in level 21, you've probably got something better by then. Claw's Pincers, slows your target and knocks them back. Hazaris Iron Heel, always popular because it's 20 faster run walk, and a bit of fire res. Arctic Mitts, like gauntlets, all part of the Arctic set, and that did indeed give us the full Arctic set, and here's what it looks like. As you can tell from the name, it's all about cold. So the belt itself gets plus 30 defense and 40 cold res, and as part of the set, which is the green entries, it gets an additional 10% cold and 40% magic find. And the full set altogether is what is in gold, and that is 136 to maximum cold damage based on character level. There is a cap on how much elemental damage you can do. This raises it way up, like stupidly way up. Adds 5 to strength, 50 to life, cannot be frozen if you're wearing the full set, which is lovely. And the furs, plus 313 enhanced defense and all res plus 10. That's blue. That's what you always get when you've got enough of the set. You get the green, which is another 15% to cold res and 204 defense based on character level. So this scales with you, which is lovely. And of course got all the gold stuff as well. The bow is like the worst thing of the set. 50% enhanced damage, 20% bonus to attack rating, so at least it's accurate, and it's got an additional 544 to attack rating based on character level, so at least it's deadly accurate and does 20 to 30 cold damage. And the Arctic Mitts, 10% increased attack speed, that's on top of the increased attack speed from everything else, plus 20 to life, plus 10 to dex, so you're even more accurate, plus 50 to attack rating. So yeah, that's not bad for a level 2 set, but if you think you're going to get Dexterity 55 by level 2, unless you've got lots of charms, which add to Dex and they're also level 2, you ain't going to get this set at level 2, but it's a nice little set anyway. Then we found the Dragon Chang, which is a very meh spear. It is only level 8, so at level 8 I suppose it's nice, adds 3 to 6 fire damage, double damage to undead, plus 10 to minimum damage, not bad. The Jade Kando, a really nice crisp knife, plus 180 poison damage over 4 seconds, which is evil, adds 20 to your maximum poison resist, adds poison res plus 95, yes, plus 95 poison res, and cannot be frozen, so that's lovely. There's the Arctic Bow again, the Patriarch Great Sword, plus 117% enhanced damage, hit blinds target, plus 10 strength, magic damage reduced by 3, double gold from monsters. Nice. Cathan's Seal, again, Steel Clash, nice little shield, plus 1 to all paladin skill levels, which is nice. 20% faster block rate, 25% increased chance of blocking. Now the chance of blocking and block rate are different things. The faster block rate is the speed at which the blocking animation plays, because when you're in that blocking animation you can't attack, so that speeds that up. 25% increased chance of blocking is the actual chance to trigger that animation and deflect the attack. Extra defense, more defense on top, all res plus 15. I mean, it's alright for level 17, but I mean, you get any paladin shield and it'll add all res, and then you can turn it into a rhyme shield for cannot be frozen. And in Nightmare, paladins can actually find shields that have 4 sockets, and they can actually do spirit shields in Nightmare mode. There's Talrash's Heraldic Crest, probably I think the first thing we found of that particular set. Steals 10% life and mana per hit, adds 45 defense, 60 to life, 30 to mana, all res plus 15. Be very interested to find more of that set. There's Gathan's set, Vidala's set, Death's Touch, Cleglaw's Claw, we've seen that before. Ichor Sting, literally just found that. There's Gleam Scythe, we found this before as well. Fast attack speed, add some cold damage. Other than that, not all that great. Berserker's set, let's just find the full set, because we found the axe and the helmet earlier. There's the full set. Another Nozakan relic, 20% faster hit recovery. Again, that's when you get hit, it plays an animation and that speeds that up. Adds some fire damage, adds lots of fire resist. It's alright, I suppose. Peasant Crown, +1 to all skills, faster run walk, +20 to energy and vitality, replenish life +10, very nice. Eisenhart's Case, we've seen that before. Gold Wrap, that's a good Magic Find belt. 30% Magic Find, 64% gold from monsters, lovely. There's a Night Smoke, plus 50% of damage. It's the damage you take gets converted into mana for you, so that's quite nice. All res +10, damage reduced by 2, not bad. More angelic stuff. There's Mage Fist, which are really quite nice. +1 to fire skills. Now we've talked about this before. That's not just fire skills for sorceress, that's any skill for any character which does fire. So Holy Fire for paladins, fire traps for assassins, the elemental skills for the druid, and of course the sorceress fire skills. So very nice. 20% faster cast rate, adds 1 to 6 fire damage, a little bit of defense and regenerate mana. Very nice. Water Walk, short skin boots. Again, faster run walk, always good. This one also has a faster stamina heal, +50% and +40 to maximum stamina, as well as a little bit of fire res and defense against missiles. Very nice. Death Spade, we've found this before. Hit blinds target, +4 mana after each kill. Nice little unique amulet there. 10% bonus to attack rating, that's really rather nice. +10 to all attributes, so that's strength, dexterity, vitality and mana, and all res +10. Quite nice. Eisenhart's again. Skewer of Cronynths, this little sabre, ignores target's defense, which is really quite nice. Adds 10 to strength and dex, little bit of extra damage. The Iron Jang Bong Warstaff, now this thing is spectacularly good. +2 to all sorceress skill levels, and when we look down, +2 to Nova. That's on top of the +2 you've already got, so it's really +4 to Nova, +4 to Blaze, +5 to Frost Nova, and +2 to everything else. 20% faster cast rate, double damage when you're bonking things. Not that it'll be bonking things in the head with a staff when you're a sorceress, because you'll be casting a +5 Frost Nova at everything, but that is really nice. Now, Blaze is a really nice skill. It actually makes you faster, like running. Like if you don't want to use teleport, you can. This will give you +4 to Blaze, and you can just run around, and it makes you faster. And you draw a little line of fire behind you that does a tiny amount of damage. But that's a very nice warstaff. Then we found the Vile Husk, which is a great big tusk sword. 6% chance to cast level 1 amplified damage. That's a Necromancer skill which causes double damage to enemies within an area of effect, plus 169% enhanced damage. So if you trigger the amplified damage, you're getting double damage anyway, and then you get 169 more, and if they're undead, you get 517 more based on character level. So as you level up, you'll be absolutely smashing undead with this thing. Plus 690 attack rating against undead, which also scales at your character level, and a whopping great big 250 poison damage over 6 seconds, which isn't all that great because lots of undead have got really high poison resistance, but you know, against undead, this thing is an absolute beast. Ichor Sting again. Arctic Mitts, we've literally just found that whole set. There's another bit of the Triangles set, obviously a Necromancer set because it's giving +2 to poison and bone skills. Big chance of blocking, more defense, more strength, more dex, fire and poison res. Very nice. Required level 54 though. Eisenheart, more Hazara's Heal, Sander's Superstition, another Skewer of Cronynths, Skin of the Flayed One, quite nice armour, lots of defense on it, 6% life steal, replenish life +17, attacker takes damage of 15 and it repairs itself. Quite nice. Eisenheart's Dark Clan Crusher or Cudgel, very much Druid, +2 to all Druid skill levels. Nearly triple damage, 195% is very close to being 200. 20% bonus to attack rating. Triple damage to demons, because that's what +200 means. If it was double damage, it would be +100. So triple damage to demons, triple attack rating against demons, +15 life after each demon kill. And a lot of things in this game are demons. So that'll be very good for a druid who wants to go hitting things. Here's, again, Berserkers. Arcanna's Head, part of the Arcanna's Tricks set, which, as you can see in the top left, we have most of already. There's Mavina's Tenet, part of Mavina's Battle Hymn, which is a belt which adds 20% faster run walk. That's nice, because then you can have fast boots and a fast belt and run around really fast. Sky Strike, nice bow. Very fast attack speed, 2% chance to cast level 6 Meteor on striking, +1 to all Amazon skill levels, adds 1 to 250 lightning damage. More attack speed, enhanced damage, more attack rating, +10 to energy, so that's lots of mana, lovely. Again, Arctic set, Hotspur, fire res is really what these boots are all about. Kina Mills all, which again is this insane sword that gives +6 to the Paladin's Holy Fire, and you'll see that in the Paladin playthrough. It was awesome. Again, Tancred Skull. Here's the Beveret Keep Tower Shield. All about the fire res, really. Nothing much to say about that one. Spectral Shard, nice blade. Unfortunately, it's ethereal, but 50% faster cast rate, which is enormous. All res +10, +50 to mana. Lovely. I mean, if you just run around as a caster and don't actually hit things with this, so you're not diminishing its 13 durability, this thing will be very nice, because the faster cast rate speeds up how fast you can cast spells. So, yeah, lovely. Sigons, again, the Dark Clan Crusher. Ravenfrost, we've seen this before. It's the Canopy Frozen Ring, which is great. Adds cold damage to your attacks as well, so that's excellent. Spine Ripper, the Poignard, +1 to Necromancer skill levels. That's all Necromancer skills. Adds lots of damage, ignores target's defense, steals 8% life, prevents monsters from healing themselves. Very evil for a melee Necromancer. Not that melee Necromancers are played all that much, but there you go. Soul Harvest, a nice scythe that steals 10% mana per hit. All res +20 from a weapon. Gotta love that. Again, Vidala's Stormguard Large Shield, all about the lightning resist. Cathan's Arctic, Milabrega's Orb, Cleglaw's Tooth, Arcanna's, and we've almost completed the Arcanna set. So we're only missing the Death Wand, which I believe is a wand. I believe this is a Necromancer themed set. I could be wrong. Anyway, the blue is what this helmet almost gets, which is replenished life +4. Attacker takes damage of 2. The green is what you get when you have enough of the set, which is lightning res 15 and +210 to defense, which scales up with your character level. And the gold is what the set as a whole gives you, so +50 to life, +50 to mana, regenerate mana +12. There's the light plate, damage reduction, light radius, energy and defense. There's the amulet, fire resist, regen mana, more mana, 50% magic find. Not bad. Blade Bone, double axe, not bad for level 15, I suppose. Adds a little bit of fire damage, pretty good against undead. Other than that, more Cathans. Grave Palm, Shark Skin Gloves. Again, another item very heavily focused to fighting undead. So if you put this with something like the Dark Clan Crusher or that big sword we found that was good against undead, we'll just absolutely mow our way through undead. Which, yeah, if we ever do go to hell, we might have to think about that. Put on all the anti-undead stuff if we're going into somewhere like, say, the Chaos Sanctuary with lots of undead. We'll just smash everything that's undead. Again, Berserkers again, Sigons, Eisenheart, Hazaris again, the Ward, Gothic Shield, I'm sure we've seen this before. Lots of resistances, decent chance of blocking, lots of defense. Inferno Stride Demon Hide Boots. These are very interesting. Annoyingly, they're ethereal and they've only got 7 durability, so they won't last very long. They're not always ethereal, Some unique items have a chance of rolling as ethereal, and at other times are just regular. These ones, unfortunately, were ethereal. 5% chance to cast level 8 Blaze when struck, and if you recall, Blaze is a sorceress skill which makes you run faster, and you draw a little line of fire behind you, and anything that crosses that fire gets damaged. So it speeds you up from that, 5% of the chance when you get hit, and it speeds you up by 20% anyway, and 12 to 33 fire damage. It's got lots of defense, boosts your fire resistance, gives you extra gold from monsters. Very nice. If it wasn't ethereal, it'd be very, very nice. Only got 7 durability though. By the time you get hit enough for it to actually cast Blaze, the durability will have run out, so oh well. Chance Guard, we've seen these before. Lots of gold, lots of magic find. Storm Chaser, again, big lightning resist and does lots of elemental damage, this shield. 4% chance to do level 5 Tornado, 4% chance to do level 6 Blizzard. Blizzard light fills the whole screen, it's great, and it will slow everything on the screen down. Other than that, adds lightning damage and lightning res, half freeze duration. Yeah, not bad. Manald Heal, we've seen this before, it's the regeneration ring. Tancred's Spine, we're very close to getting all of Tancred's set. The boots on their own, 10 dex, heal stamina plus 25. When you've got enough of the set, you get the green, which is plus 10 strength and 30% faster run walk, so they're quite nice. And if you get even more of the set, you get the gold. There will be even more gold stuff if and when we find the weird, which is the final part. At the minute, plus 15 lightning damage and 5% lifesteal. The helm, 10% enhanced damage, that's quite nice on the helmet, and plus 42 attack rating. All rest plus 10. The Crowbill, very fast attack speed, terrible damage, doesn't do very much, just increase attack speed and attack rating, and not too much else. The full plate mail is quite nice because it's got defense based on character level, 15 to strength, so that at least is boosting the damage of the pick, but not by that much. Again, Sigons, Vidalas, and Vidala's, 2 Vidala's boots in whatever dungeon I was in when I found this. More Cathans, Gorefoot, faster run walk, plus 2 to leap for the Barbarians, quite nice. More Eisenhearts, Death's Touch, more Eisenhearts, Sander Superstition, Cathan's Visage, Hawk Mail, which cannot be frozen on armour, which is very nice, and it's 10% faster run walk on armour, also nice. Tancred's Crowbill again, Water Walk, we've seen these before, all about the run walk and defense against missiles. Sigon's Battle Branch Poleaxe, fast attack speed on a poleaxe, that's quite good because poleaxes are usually slow. Lots of damage, decent amount of lifesteal, level 25. The rune word will probably be better when you get to level 25. Naj's Circlet, a part of Naj's Ancient Vestige set, require level 28. 12% chance to cast level 5 Chain Lightning on when being hit, adds 25 to 35 fire damage. Yeah, not terrible. Milabrega's Rod, and we're getting quite close to getting all of Milabrega's set. There's Sander's Taboo, more Hazaras, Arctic Horn, Cleglaw's Tooth, Arcanna's Head, another Milabrega Rod, another Battle Branch. Here's something different, a Blade Buckle Plated Belt. Then doesn't do all that much. I mean, faster hit recovery is alright. Strength, dex, damage reduction, attacker takes damage of 8, kind of, Again, Angelic, Cleglaws, Culwin's Point, War Sword, very nice. Plus 1 to all skill levels, tasty. Poison length reduction, faster hit recovery, increased attack speed, but plus 1 to all skills is always nice. Super budget Spirit Sword there. Again, more Sigons, Spire of Lazarus, another excellent Sorceress Staff. Plus 1 to all Sorceress skill levels, adds 1 to 28 lightning damage when you hit things. Plus 1 to Chain Lightning, obviously that's actually plus 2 because it's already had plus 1 from all Sorceress skill levels. Plus 3 to Lightning, plus 4 to Static Field, which is wonderful. Static Field reduces the enemy's hit points by like a third. The higher level means it's got a larger radius, so everything on screen will be getting their hit points cut in third. And then you do Chain Lightning on them and kill everything that's been weakened. Regenerate mana 43%, nice. Plus 15 to energy, that means lots more mana. Lightning resist plus 75, yeah, nice little staff that. Cyverb's Ward, Cathan's Vajaz, Eisenhart's Angelic. There's Juan's Blessing, so we've got 2 parts of Juanin's Majesty now. The belt adds lightning damage, prevents monster heal, defense based on character level, and 12% of damage you take gets added to your mana. Cool. Axe of Fekmar, seen this before. It freezes targets, which means it can shatter. Cold Res plus 50, other than that, it's not all that good, but it is only level 8, so it's quite nice. There's Juan's Justice, Great Big Bill. 10% chance to cast level 3 Ice Blast on striking indestructible, so it never needs to be repaired. Very fast attack speed, which is, again, weird for a polearm. They're usually very slow. Triple damage, plus 200% damage, plus 330 attack rating, adds 5 to 25 lightning damage. So this set seems to be all about lightning damage. It's the Undead Crown. 50% extra damage to undead, more attack rating against undead, steals life per hit, adds 3 to skeleton mastery for necromancers. Yeah, not bad. Sanders Riprap, again, very sought after because of the 40% faster run walk. There's more Vidalas and more Berserkers, more Vidalas, and another Ringmail. This one's quite good. Adds 5 to all of your maximum elemental resistances and adds plus 10 to all res as well, so not bad. More Eisenhart's Swordbank Hold does 50% chance of open wounds, which is damage over time to enemies. Anything attacking you takes damage of 10, not bad. Infernal Sign, part of the Infernal tool set. More Vidalas, and we did indeed complete the Infernal tools set. So let's take a look at that. I'll do the belt first. Plus 25 defense, plus 20 to life. Always gets that. When you get enough of the set, you get the green, which is half a freeze duration, and 25% to your own poison res. And when you have the full set, you get all this lovely stuff in gold. Plus 1 to all necromancer skill levels, so it's a necromancer set. 20% bonus to attack rating, plus 3 poison damage over 1 second, which is pathetic. 3 poison damage over 1 second, wow. 6% mana steal per hit is quite nice. 20% chance of open wounds. Increase maximum mana by 20% and cannot be frozen. The cap, all res plus 10. 20% damage taken goes to mana. Plus defense based on character level and all the gold stuff. And the Grim Wand, plus 1 to necromancer skill level. So you get that from the wand and another plus 1 from the full set. So that's plus 2 to all necromancer skill levels, which is nice. Plus 8 to minimum damage. Who cares? You're not going to be hitting things with your wand. And plus 722 attack rating. So it kind of wants you to be a melee mancer with this. But it is at least only a belt, a cap, and a weapon. It leaves everything else open for other different sets. So yeah, not bad. And then we actually found all of Vidala's set. This is the light plated boots. 30% faster run walk. Plus 150 to maximum stamina. When you get enough of the set, you get the green, which is all res plus 8. When you get the full set, 50% piercing attack. That's when your arrows go straight through things and hit things behind them, which is nice. 75 to attack rating. Shame it's not a percentage, but there we are. Plus 108 to maximum cold damage based on character level. 7% mana steal per hit, which is quite a lot. Freezes target, which is lovely. Plus 10 to strength, plus 15 to dex. Leather armor, the defense is based on character level, so that scales with you. Fire res plus 24 and 11 to dexterity, which is quite a lot. And the bow adds 1 to 20 lightning damage and attack rating. Again, the damage on this is not great. It's only 3 to 18. Even though it adds 1 to 20 lightning damage and it's accurate, that will soon become obsolete, which is a bit sad. And the amulet, plus 15 to life, plus 20 to cold res, 50% magic find, plus all the gold stuff. It's not bad for a level 14 set. Of course, the bow is the major downside. It's just not very good. Frostburn gauntlets, as you can tell from the name, it adds cold damage. Other than that, not an awful lot else. Moser's Blessed Circle, all res plus 25, socketed 2. You cannot turn this into a rune word. Even if you put Shelleth in it, it would not become a rhyme Moser's Blessed Circle. It would just be a Shelleth Moser's Blessed Circle. But you can put 2 other things in that. Put 2 perfect diamonds in that. You get a crap ton of resistances. Decent block rate. Other than that, there's more of the Milabrega set. Very close to getting all of it, but not quite. More Sigons, another Skewer of Kronitz, another Lance of Yagai, Centurion armour, quite nice, replenishes life. Other than that, not very good. It is only level 14, so for level 14, I suppose it's alright. More Eisenhearts, another Milabrega's Shield, Clegla's Tooth, and we actually got the entire complete Sigons set, which is a lot of things. Gauntlets, plus 20 to attack rating, plus 10 to strength, so that's damage. 30% increased attack speed with any weapon you're holding, which is lovely. And the full set bonus is in gold, plus 24 to maximum fire damage, 10% lifesteal per hit, which is quite a lot, plus 100 defense, plus 20 to mana, fire res plus 12, damage reduced by 7, attacker takes damage of 12. The belt, plus 20 to life, fire res plus 20, and the defense scales with character level. The armor just has enhanced defense and lightning res, attacker takes damage of 20. Obviously you add that onto the attacker takes damage of 12 for attacker takes damage of 32, which is quite nice. The helm, attack rating based on character levels, so you're accurate as well as fast from the gloves. The greaves, faster run walk, cold resist, 50% magic find, lovely. The tower shield, plus 1 to all skill levels, which is great. It really doesn't do anything else, but that's all you really need it to do. It's got a nice chance to block at 69. And now we're back to the start. I did do 18 runs of the traditional ones. I did my traditional farming route of the Countess in the Tower and Andariel from Act 1. Act 2, literally just went in, cleared Juriel's tomb, killed Juriel. Act 3, we went to Lower Kuras, Travancal, and then killed Mephisto. Act 4, we just missed entirely. Act 5, we did Pindleskin and Pindleskin only. And then we went to the cow level, did that 18 times, and that was everything you've just seen. So when we come back for Diablo 2, at whatever point in the future I show you the Paladin run, which I have recorded already, we'll be doing that, because I don't really want to do the Barbarian again in Hell, because doing normal and Nightmare is more than good enough fun. So we'll come back with the Paladin and we'll do normal and Nightmare on him, and then we'll speak about which character we want to do next. So until then, do look after yourself, and I'll speak to you again soon.